Last week I applied for my first ever Barclays credit card, the American Airlines Red Aviator, and I got approved for a $15,000 credit limit. Since this is my first card, I didn't have very much knowledge about Barclays before applying, but ever since I was approved, I've learned a lot more. And so that's what I want to share with you in this video, all the things that I've learned, and specifically the Barclays application rules, because there's a couple you want to keep in mind if you're going to apply for a Barclays card. And we're not just going to talk about that, we're also going to unbox my new credit card right here in this envelope, and we are going to go over some of the online account setup so that you can see what Barclays kind of looks like, because I know that many people don't talk about them. Chase, American Express, Capital One, they're more popular on YouTube. So let's get started off with the first application rule if you're looking to get a Barclays card. There's the 624 rule, which isn't necessarily a rule, just kind of like a guideline, because a lot of people can get approved for Barclays cards if they have more than 6 credit card applications in the last 24 months. Barclays really looks at the inquiries on your credit report, and if they see that you've been applying for a lot of credit cards lately in the past 2 years, then they may deny you for that. But people have been approved if there are over 6 credit card applications in the last 2 years, and people have been denied if they were under 6 applications in the last 2 years. And this is hard inquiries on your credit report, not approvals, so just keep that in mind. If you've been denied for a lot of cards recently, that could negatively impact you as well. And I was kind of able to get around this, and I'll let you know about that in a few minutes. The next rule is that there's no total card limit that you have with Barclays. I guess you could go out and get 3, 4, 5, 6 Barclays cards if you really want to. They are heavily into airline and hotel cards right now, so if that's your style and you like the cards that Barclays offers, I guess you can get as many as you want. Just probably not too fast, because they are sensitive to those inquiries. And then the next rule is for welcome bonuses. On many of the Barclays cards, it states that you can't get the bonus on a card if you currently hold that card or if you have ever held that card. With the card I was approved for, it states in the terms that any bonus associated with this offer may only be earned once. You may not be eligible for this offer if you currently have or previously had an account with us in this program. But if you go and do some researching on Google, you will find some people that have got this bonus 3 times on this same card. And if you are trying to get multiple bonuses on the same card, then you want to make sure that you've held that card for at least 2 years, and then you have to cancel that card, wait 6 months, and then you can go out and try to apply for that same card. One last thing, there is an interesting thing with business cards from Barclays. It seems like a lot of people have a very difficult time being approved for them, especially if you are applying for the Wyndham Earner business card. This seems to be a very popular card, at least on YouTube, and for good reason. I mean, there's a lot of things to like about this card, but when a lot of people apply for this card, whether they have a sole proprietorship or an LLC, it seems like there's just a lot of hoops to jump through to get approved. And so now for my stats and what Barclays saw when they were attempting to approve me for this card. I looked at all 3 of my credit scores on Experian. I just went to Experian.com and found out that my credit score was 778. Pretty good, not as good as it could be, but I still think that's in the excellent category. And then for TransUnion and Equifax, I went over to Credit Karma, and I looked at it there just because it's really easy to do that. And then on TransUnion, I had an 805 score, and then on Equifax, I also had a score of 805. So I know Credit Karma isn't 100% accurate, but to be in the 800s, I felt really good about my application. And then after submitting my application, my TransUnion score dropped from an 805 to an 800, and then all the other scores stayed the same. So I knew that Barclays pulled from my TransUnion score, which is really nice because that was my cleanest credit report. If you check out my Experian credit report, I had 0 hard inquiries in the last 6 months, 3 inquiries in the last 12 months, and 8 in the last 24 months. And so that kind of goes over that Barclays 6 in 24 months that I previously said in this video. So if Barclays pulled Experian, then they might have denied me for this card, but they pulled from my TransUnion credit report, which actually had 0 hard inquiries in the last 6 months and in the last 12 months and in the last 24 months. And so I felt really thankful that Barclays pulled from TransUnion, because I don't think very many credit card issuers do that. I mean, any card that I've been applying for in the last 2 years didn't show up on there at all. So now that I am approved for this card, why don't we open up the envelope and see what's inside for my first Barclays card ever. So right off the bat, it looks like we have what does Barclays Bank do with your personal information? To me, this really isn't too interesting. It just has a bunch of information on what Barclays shares and what they don't, but I get this from Chase all the time and American Express whenever I apply for their cards. It says that they share your information, but that's okay with me. And then important information about your credit card account. This one looks interesting. I'm just looking at this for the very first time with you guys. So it says your card member agreement with us, your billing rights, and then it kind of opens up to a really tall piece of paper, basically saying you have a duty to pay off your credit card, and that's all we have right there, which, you know, pay off your credit card in full every month so that you don't get charged interest and you can have a good credit score. And then now we have the guide to benefits for this World Elite MasterCard. Concierge service, the trip cancellation, trip interruption insurance. I found that, at least for other credit card issuers, it's a little difficult to find the guide to benefits online, and so it's nice to keep a paper copy of this. But I think I already have a World Elite MasterCard. Don't know if it's different from like my Chase one, but I'll still keep that around. Oh, this is my first indication that this is an American Airlines credit card. Aviator Red MasterCard, the reward rules. And then this kind of folds out how to earn American Airlines miles, the earning structure on the card, talking about the free checked bag that you get on American Airlines domestic flights. There's also the preferred boarding. You're going to be in group 5 of 9 with American Airlines. And then also there's things like the anniversary companion certificate, which I said was not very good in my last video when I applied for this card, and then the anniversary $25 Wi-Fi credit. This piece of paper confirms my suspicions that they pulled TransUnion, but on Credit Karma it said that my score was 805, and on this paper it says that it's 789. Either way, an excellent score, and I'm not really ever worried about my credit score being too bad because I just pay off all my cards in full and on time every month. This piece of paper goes more into the earning structure, and then if I flip this out, there you go. That is the card right there. And of course, I will take it off. Oh, some of the sticky stuff got caught on the back. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh, I'm gonna have to try to get that off at some point in the near future. Okay, so right there, that is what the card looks like with the sticker on it. And this is a really nice design to the card, if it will shine properly in the lighting. There we go. I like that. I like that for sure. I like the American Airlines logo. I like the Barclays logo. A MasterCard right there. Then the chip over on this side. I like the contrast between the red and the black. And then of course my name at the bottom. This card is also really flexible. It's a very, very thin piece of plastic. And so I can bend it, stretch it, do whatever. I was checking out some of my other cards. This is my United card. It's a United Business card from Chase. This is definitely has some bend to it, but it's a little bit thicker than this one. And also on the back, on the bottom, it has American Airlines Advantage number, but then it's completely blank. That shouldn't happen. That's not okay, because, I mean, if they're going to have a field for that, I would hope that they would put my American Airlines Advantage number on there, but it's not on there. With my United Airlines card, it has my number on there, but with this, that's so strange because I put my Advantage number on my credit card application, and just very quickly before I started filming this video, I went to my online account setup, and I saw that everything was linked properly on AmericanAirlines.com and Barclays. So that is strange. I don't like that, but other than that, I think it's a really cool card design. And now, before we go and end this video, I do want to show you some of the online account setup because I really like it. So this is an email I got from Barclays before my card arrived. It said, welcome to your new Aviator Red account. Your new card and activation instructions will arrive in the mail in approximately 5 to 7 days. And then there was a button right here to set up online access. And so I clicked on that, and then we went through this website where it said American Airlines at the top. You put in your last name, your social security, the last 6 digits of that, and then date of birth. And then when I clicked continue, it took me to, it texted me a code, so the 2-factor authentication, and then I was in. Now it was time for me to set up my new online account, and so I had to put in a username and a password, and then submitting that, we were taken to my account where I got a very first look of it, and you can see that yes, the card was linked to my American Airlines account, which is really strange why it's not, my number's not on the card. So weird, but whatever, I guess I'll have to get over that one. And then you can just see that there does say the 70,000 AAdvantage miles as the welcome bonus, and you can click manage welcome bonus, and then it'll just say these are the requirements to getting the 70,000 miles. You have to make one purchase, just one purchase, and then you have to pay the annual fee in full. And then below that, there's the anniversary $25 Wi-Fi credits, and that looks like to be a card member year, not calendar year. So I have 12 months to use that. It says activate your account. To activate your account, please verify your identity. Click activate your card button below. And then it says to start using this card, please activate your account right away. So I guess we can verify my identity, put in the 3-digit security code, and just like that, the card is ready to use. So I can pull out this card in my wallet, or I guess mobile wallet, whatever works, make one purchase and pay the annual fee of $99, and I'll have 70,000 American Airlines miles. That's so fantastic. That's not the current welcome offer right now, but I will update the link in my description. It's not a referral link or anything like that. It's just will help you get to where you want to go the fastest. And if you want my first impressions on Barclays, I would say I'm a big fan of it. There was that little error on the card that I'm not really liking, but the online account, like everything like that looks so smooth. I'm gonna download the app and try it out, and I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So Barclays, great job. My first impressions of Barclays, I am a fan, even though I will still lean towards other issuers like Chase, American Express, or Capital One for most of my credit cards. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see my Watch Me Apply video of this card, I'll have that linked right there so that you can get more details on the Red Aviator card if you want. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.